it's Little Blue, and you're listening to my podcast, aka Little Blue, on the 20th of December. I'm sorry. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm laughing because when I started my podcast, I nearly said, "Hey Google," rather than "Hey everyone." Oh my word. Has anybody else got to that stage in December where their brain has just given up? I honestly do not know what day of the week it is. Oh, I can't tell you. Like, my mum today was talking about Christmas Day and our plans and stuff. And I had no idea what she was talking about because she didn't call it Christmas Day. Because she called it the day of the week. No clue. So yeah, unless it's Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, don't know. Don't even know what day of the week it is. Oh dear. Anyway, hi everyone. Let's start that again. Hi everyone, it's Little Blue. Yeah, today has been a really odd day, but a really nice one. There's been a lot more positives than negatives, and something that I have learnt about myself is I'm actually quite driven when the shit hits the fan. And quite a lot of negative things have happened today, and they're the type of things that have pushed me to be more motivated, and not just in a sort of day-to-day way, but in a real sort of set yourself some life goals way, which I've not been like in such a long time. So in a nutshell, basically, what's happened is I was meant to have a payment go in yesterday, didn't go in, and it meant I haven't been able to pay my electricity meters. So I was a little bit worried that it was getting quite low. So we've been sort of scrimping a little bit and preserving power, let's say, in our flat. But this morning, what that meant was I took the laptop in the bedroom. So baby Blue was happy, like watching things on her laptop. We were watching movies in bed together. I made us breakfast and got like drinks and biscuits, and I bought some arts and crafts in the bedroom. And we literally stayed in bed until about 11 o'clock. Which was lovely because we just had so much to do and we didn't actually have to leave the bed, and it was really nice. But it meant that there were no lights on in the living room, the TV wasn't on, and we weren't using that sort of valuable leftover power sort of thing. But it was lovely. It was genuinely lovely. And then we did come into the living room once it was a bit more light, and we did some painting in here, and then we went into town to see my mum. So all in all, it sort of panned out quite nicely because we had some really lovely mummy-daughter bonding time, which you may have seen on Instagram because I did pop it on there. There was also a rainbow, which was fantastic. We do love a rainbow in this house. And then as the day went on, the payment still hadn't come through, and I've got so stressed, and like my PTSD was just going into panic mode. So yeah, it wasn't easy, and I was getting to that real I'm about to explode moment. I was shaking and all sorts of it's not nice mental health, is it? I know that's an obvious thing to say, but yeah. So I was literally got in, and I was just sort of getting into panic mode when I got a lovely message from my friend Lucy, who said, "Are you at home at the moment?" I'm like, "Yes, why?" And she's sent us some Christmas presents, and she said the delivery's going to be coming. And that distraction, that positive distraction, was enough to snap me out of my little horrible panic. And because she did that, I then felt a bit more positive, and I started thinking a bit more clearly because I was calmer. And I thought, right, okay, what are my priorities to do? I'm not going to panic about this and not do anything, which is where I was going with it. So priorities were get dinner cooked, because if the electricity is going to go, we need dinner. We need a hot meal. So dinner got cooked. I did something really quick and easy, so it wasn't on too long. I charged phones, laptops, anything I thought we might need. I found any torch or nightlight that I could, and I positioned it all around the flat. So that's another bonus. I knew where all the candles were, all the matches were, all things like that. So yeah, I was able to organise because my head got clearer. And I also had this massive moment of, do you know what? I'm going back down to rock bottom. I'm not as bad. I'm not where I was last year. And I know how much better off we are right now. And I'm so grateful for everything. But I am not going back there. So 2020 is the year to really kick it up a notch, get myself out this rut and stop living the way we're living, because I cannot live from day to day scrimping every penny anymore. It's too much. It really is. And I would love to be in a position to help somebody like me. I want to help people in this situation who are just feeling so helpless. And it's usually you haven't done anything to deserve it. Usually it's a bad situation that you've had to get yourself out of. And everything you've done is brave. It's commendable. It's all of those things. And it still doesn't feel like you're going to get to where you need to be, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's given me a good kick up the bum. And without getting too depressed, I started chatting away with a friend of mine, because I thought, I'm going to distract myself. I'm going to talk to a friend and talk to her about things. And she asked if the money had gone in. I was like, no, it hasn't. And then all of a sudden my phone went ping. And she's got this thing called Ping It that Barclays Bank do. And she'd pinged me £20 into my account. Just amazing. So this means tomorrow Baby Blue and I can get up nice and early, leg it down to the shop, which opens at 4:30 in the morning. 4:30 I can top up my stuff. Didn't even know that. I just presumed it'd be like 7. So yeah, I'm gonna get the alarm set for 6. Hopefully I'm gonna try and get out for 7. Might not work. So then we can get it topped up, get back, and yeah, we can get ourselves sort of back on track again. So I'm just so grateful to her, and hopefully this other payment will sort itself out and we'll be able to sort of stock up the cupboards, because they're starting to go bare now. But it's just an ongoing thing, and you just have to keep finding mental strength and not panic. That's the issue that I have. It's just not getting into panic mode, because when you get into panic mode, that's when you can't focus, and that's when it all starts going wrong. So don't panic, and always just tell people, don't hide from anything. Oh, my laptop's charged. Hooray! Sorry, that's ready for Baby Blue in the morning, for when she wants to watch some TV in the morning. So yeah, my day has been so stressful, but once again, I'm reminded of the wonderful, wonderful people around me. My friend who actually sent me the money has probably had one of the worst weeks of her and her partner's life, because he got told last week that he had a cancerous tumour that had to be removed, and he's had surgery just yesterday, and she's gone and done this, and apparently it was his idea to do it. It's my Christmas present. And honestly, there are people in this world that deserve medals, they deserve everything wonderful, and it just feels like they just get shat on all the time. And I really, really want 2020 to be the best year ever for them, and for my friend Lucy, who has sent me these wonderful Christmas presents today. And it's not just them in my life. I have got so many wonderful, wonderful friends who constantly surprise me and constantly support me and try and help us, because I just wouldn't have survived without them. I honestly wouldn't have done. And I just want to be in a position where I can reciprocate for them. I want to be able to buy them Christmas presents, but I can't. So we're making some Christmas presents. I've got some ideas for some that aren't going to be sort of like preschool type presents, involving buttons mostly. I've seen something on Pinterest, so we're going to try and do some Christmas decorations with buttons. hopefully it doesn't look too tacky and people like them. So, and I've won a few competitions. So the competition prizes, when I enter a competition, I have it with someone in mind for a Christmas present. So, one of my friends is getting a competition prize. I've just got to try and think about all the other people and what I can get them, even if it's just a candy cane. At least I feel like I've done something. Oh. But yeah, it's when you're a giving person and you've spent a whole year almost receiving stuff, you just want to be able to say thank you. And it's so hard. It's so hard. But you've got to remind yourself you have to look after yourself first. Do not go putting yourself out, because you don't want to sort of get to January and think, oh God, I shouldn't have done that. Like this week, I should not have bought Panto tickets. As much as Baby Blue wants to go and as much as I want to go, it was a lot of money. And in all fairness, I did budget it, and I would have had the money had this payment have gone in. So because I thought, oh, I've got that payment going in, I bought them. Otherwise, I would have thought, I won't get them now, I'll get them later. And I didn't. Anyway, in the past, blah, blah, blah. So, yes. Apologies, actually, because I always said I didn't want my podcast to be a bit about me and my life and having a bit of a moan. But I feel using it as an example today is quite important, because when the shit hits the fan, when something like this happens, when you sort of start getting into panic mode, or when it just feels like you can't catch a break, the thing that we all need to try and do is reach out to somebody we love. Let someone know, don't do it alone. Big thing, biggest thing. Do not do it alone. Do not feel you are alone. Find somebody you love, talk to them, open up and be honest. Don't do it because you think, oh, they're going to be able to get me out of it, or they're going to help. Because I didn't do that today. I was literally just looking for some moral support from my friend. And I was like so shocked when I got this wonderful, just wonderful people. So look for moral support, and what they will do is they might be able to help you with suggestions of things you could do, and etc. You never know what people have been through, and things that they might know, people they might know. So yes, don't do it alone. Talk to someone. Even having that moral support may just help you calm down enough to then start thinking rationally, and also use the experience and the negative feeling and the panic, the memory of it, to push yourself forward, to say, hang on a minute, I don't want to feel like that again. So do you know what? I'm going to make some permanent changes to my life to push me away from there. That is never happening again, sort of thing. And then when you do that, you sort of have this thing where it just makes you feel stronger. It makes you feel empowered. It just makes you feel hopeful, because you have then got the drive in your head and you're like, yeah, actually, I'm going to make this work. I'm not going to let the world and all this rubbish beat me down. I am going to do what I can, and I'm going to do it as positively and as motivated as I can, because honestly, it will just change everything. So that's where I'm at today. But please, if you are starting to feel that way, because this time of year, money is such a massive thing. And if you are starting to feel the purse strings feeling a bit threadbare, honestly, just take a chill time and find a way around it, and use that to push you forwards for the future. Anyway, I'm going to go. It's the end of my podcast. I hope this wasn't too boring or too personal for you. But yeah, I'll come back tomorrow with something a little bit more lighthearted and fun. Take care of yourselves, and have a fantastic weekend, if you remember what the day is, that is. Take care. Bye.